While the lottery is always considered a game of luck, it turns out that sometimes it calls for a little more than luck. With special knowledge and deep analysis of the system, it's possible to crack the lottery and create a fortune for yourself. One such case is the story of Jerry and Marge Selby, a couple who returns from retirement to find a new passion in cracking the lottery system on their way to becoming millionaires. Sounds crazy, so to speak, but believe me, Jerry Selby, a regular teacher, was able to beat the lottery dozens of times, and he became a multi-millionaire. How he did it? You're about to find out. It all started one evening back in 2013 when Jerry was watching television in his home in the small town of Evat in Michigan. Suddenly, he saw an unusual game called Winfall, and the moment he looked at the game a second time, something convinced him that he could crack the system. Having a mathematical background and a master's degree in the subject, Jerry quickly realized a loophole in the game's logic. He noticed that Winfall's jackpot was quite different from other lottery games. Instead of the prize money going up when no one wins, Winfall's prize money would roll down when no one won. This, according to Jerry, would create a rare opportunity for anyone who could correctly predict fewer numbers to win. Jerry was hesitant at first. He thought other smart gamblers might have already realized the loophole and they were already reaping the benefits from it. But again, being in his golden years and with a slowed pace of life, Jerry knew this was going to be a great opportunity to make him a multi-millionaire. It was also a chance for Jerry and his wife Marge to keep themselves busy, especially considering that they had just retired after selling their 17-year-old business. During their active years, the couple operated a convenience store to make a living, with Marge specializing in making delicious sandwiches, while Jerry confined himself to the liquor and cigarette section, where they served over 1,000 inhabitants of the small town. So Jerry used his mathematical skills to study the game's odds and timing. After carefully analyzing the game, he concluded that a single $1 ticket could be more than its face value in the final weeks of the game. According to the rules of the game, anyone who correctly guessed 6 numbers between 1 and 49 would win a $2 million prize. Jerry couldn't believe how easy it was for him to start minting millions by cracking the system. All he needed was to create a mathematical formula that could aid him to crack it, and boom, he was ready to go. After trying out the formula on a piece of paper just to be sure that it was effective, Jerry decided to take a leap of faith and made his first investment. Jerry knew all too well that playing the lottery comes with some form of addiction, and you're likely to lose everything. However, with this new formula, he was hopeful to make a return on his investment. So he gathered his courage and decided to start small. On the first roll down, Jerry purchased tickets worth $3,600, and when the results were out, he was surprised his formula worked just as he had expected. He won $6,300, nearly double his investment. Jerry was so excited, and this encouraged him to buy more tickets worth $8,000. And guess what? This equally doubled the return on his investment. At this point, Jerry was confident with his formula. He knew he had cracked the lottery system, and all he needed was to invest more money to get quick returns before anyone else could get a glimpse of what was happening. So he decided to reveal to his wife that he had cracked the lottery and that he had been putting their retirement savings into it, and it had worked perfectly without any risk. Upon hearing this, Marge was skeptical, but after a few days, Jerry managed to convince her to believe in his secret formula. Jerry went back to playing the lottery day after day, each time increasing the investment amount from their retirement savings. However, his main concern was why other people had not worked out this secret. But this did not stop him. He continued collecting huge returns from the lottery to the point of opening an investment company called GS Investment Strategies. His earliest breakthrough was when he risked $515,000 and it returned a staggering $853,000, nearly making him an overnight millionaire. At this point, Jerry made up his mind to take his company public. He started selling the company's shares to his friends and relatives who believed in his newly invented system. He would give crazy returns on investments, and this left everyone happy. Word spread like wildfire, and Jerry was the new celebrity in town. Some of the town dwellers who believed in his system equally invested with him. The system was so accurate, it almost seemed like Jerry was printing money. In fact, one of his friends was able to put 3 of his children through school and 1 through law school, all courtesy of the return on investment made by investing in Jerry's company. Jerry's second breakthrough with his system came in 2005, when a total of 25 members of his lottery club used his system to play the lottery, and they all emerged winners, notwithstanding that they all came from different professional backgrounds. This was true proof that the system was effective, and that Jerry had cracked the lottery system. Although Jerry was making a fortune for himself and his investors, thanks to his newly found system, Winfall was taking huge losses. And still, the firm couldn't figure out the real source of the losses they were encountering. Eventually, Winfall was indefinitely closed down by the government, citing a lack of sales at the firm. This came as a shock to Jerry, as Winfall was his stream of income. But this did not hurt him more. After all, he had already siphoned millions of dollars from the firm. Now, with the experience and fame Jerry earned with the Winfall lottery, Jerry was invited by one of his friends to check another lottery in Massachusetts, which looked similar to Winfall. When Jerry took time to look at the lottery, he was surprised it was not different from the Winfall lottery. And in just a few minutes, he had understood this lottery and created a math formula to crack it. So Jerry decided to give it a shot with a 6-year plan to reach a goal of becoming a multi-millionaire. Lucky enough, Jerry got the support of his wife, and they moved together from Evett, Michigan to Massachusetts to participate in the lottery whenever there was a roll down. They continued buying hundreds of thousands of tickets, even as they moved closer to their goal. It wasn't a walk in the park as you'd want to think. Sometimes they had to put in up to 20 hours of work, but they still couldn't hit their daily target. At times, they would lose a huge amount, but this didn't break them either. They continued saving the losing tickets to avoid a clash with the law. Their success at the lottery spread first, and soon people started getting interested in the couple, wanting to know the secret they used to select winning tickets at the lottery. The media, led by the Boston Globe, equally received a tip about this couple and started sniffing around on them. The Boston Globe would run an investigative piece highlighting two groups of people who seemed to have cracked the Massachusetts lottery system. And it was surprising that the Jerry couple and MIT students were mentioned as the two groups who had mysteriously cracked the lottery system and had invested hugely into the scheme. The students had invested a ton, making them a return of about $3.5 million in profit. Unfortunately, when the story went public, the Massachusetts lottery system was closed down and an investigation was launched immediately. The state inspector general and his team tried searching for evidence of scams or corruption in the system, but in the end, they were satisfied that there was nothing illegal. Jerry and Marge ended up smiling to the bank, even as their investment company managed to reap an incredible $29 million in profit for the 9-year period they participated in the lottery. This was amazing, as the couple managed to transform their lives, that of their kids and grandchildren, using the money from the lottery. Indeed, the story of Jerry Selby and Marge has warmed the hearts of Americans for years, leaving them wondering whether playing the lottery could be another shortcut to unlocking the American dream. That was it for today, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more amazing content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.